Hey, welcome to this Linux channel, and we look at different distributions and we try to help with informational videos of different subjects. Today we're going to look at how to add a Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection or any other type of connection that you might want to, and also explain why it might not work on your computer. So you've installed Linux Mint. Maybe you're asking yourself, how do I connect to my Wi-Fi network? Go to the bottom right next to your little user account. There's a Wi-Fi network. You can click here. Usually it's going to say, well, networks available or no connections available. You click there and you see. Now, in my case, my network adapter works, so it has possibility to connect to the different networks. And it actually even gives the signal strength, which is very, very interesting also. You can also connect to a wire network. That's what we call Ethernet. And so you, of course, all you have to do is simply connect the cable to the connection. If you are on a Wi-Fi, you click on your Wi-Fi. It's going to ask you for your WPA, PA2 password. Just enter it. Now maybe you have a different type of connection. If you go to the bottom, you have network connections. You can click there. And here you'll have the connections that are already on your computer. But you can also click the add button. And here you'll be able to add DSL, Ethernet, InfiniBand, mobile, Wi-Fi, WiMAX, or do some virtual bonds or bridges with other computers. You also have VPN if you want to create a virtual private network to connect, and point-to-point tunneling protocol. So basically that's what you have here in the settings. If you have a configuration file for VPN, you can also import it via this setting. Now, one question that often happens, people say, okay, well, I have the Ethernet, I don't have Wi-Fi, or I have a Wi-Fi, not Ethernet, or I have nothing that shows up. And that's probably the biggest problem of Linux on some computers. There are computers that have proprietary chipsets. That means that it's a special driver, and without having um, the permission from that company, often they cannot make a Linux Wi-Fi driver. Now, check it out, because sometimes Wi-Fi drivers are available. I did see some Wi-Fi drivers and some Ethernet drivers available directly from the manufacturer. And even if it's not made specifically for Linux Mint, you can try to install the package and see if it works. At the bottom of the Linux distros, very often there is a core that is very much the same on many versions, so you might want to check out what you need to install. Also, there is the possibility that sometimes some of these are extra. So when you install Linux, it might say, oh, we also have proprietary drivers or software that can be installed, and you have to agree to it because that's the way it is made. So make sure that you install all the packages when you install a Linux distro. And if all fails, if you've got nothing, what you could do is go into the different, for example, in this case, the Linux Mint forums, and see if you can get more information about people that have problems with your type of adapter. What you can do is either just search, Linux Wi-Fi adapter for a model. For example, I'm using a Toshiba computer, so a Toshiba, and check, under it or on your computer, you'll have a model number, and see if somehow there is a way to actually add. Another way to add Wi-Fi, for example, to a computer that doesn't have Wi-Fi working, you might want to check into a cheap Wi-Fi dongle that is a known dongle that works with your Linux distro. Sometimes that's the only way you get Wi-Fi. One of my laptops, for example, another Toshiba, The only way I get Wi-Fi is by adding a little dongle that I bought on eBay for 10 bucks. And that dongle gives me Wi-Fi. It works fine. But the Toshiba Wi-Fi adapter in that machine, it doesn't have any drivers, so it doesn't work. And some proprietary chips that are sometimes difficult are Dell computers. A lot of Dell computer drivers are very specific and often don't work well. So you can try it out. If it doesn't work, you can try a different distro, see sometimes, but there's a good chance that if it doesn't work on one distro, probably doesn't work much on pretty much every distro. So good luck, and that's how you add and check out the different options for Wi-Fi or Ethernet to get your internet on your favorite Linux distro, in this case Linux Mint 17.2. If you enjoy my videos, why not subscribe to my channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, anything you want to know, let us know. Maybe there's a feature of Linux Mint that you'd like to know more about. Ask away. We'll try to post a video if we can. Thank you very much for following us. It's always a pleasure. And give us thumbs up if you like the videos. Helps us on YouTube.